Thanks to everyone hanging out to watch this playthrough. I honestly did not expect there would be even this many people to come watch it, so that's pretty awesome. I'm glad you're all hanging out and enjoying the nostalgia trip I'm having playing this. Follow me, our countrymen suffer while we dawdle. Oh, Eidos, what are you doing? Just gotta use those emotes. I knew some stuff spawned there. I'm amazed what I remember. I played this game way too much. The path is littered with devourers. Devourers of all types. Ain't doing nothing, Punk. Sure looks like you're doing something. Looks like you're giving some kappas. So the objective of this mission is to rescue the soldiers taken prisoner by the Char, which is what we were shown in that cutscene at the end of the last mission. So that is what we are going to do in this mission. We are going to go save the day and save all the people who aren't already dead, because can't really save the dead ones. All ranged party, so good. I don't even have until we have another slot, I don't even have a melee person. Right now Prince Rurik is our, I guess if you want to call him our tank. Things are dying so fast he's not tanking much, but he's the closest thing we have to a tank at the moment. We will have real tanks, like other heroes, at some point when we're allowed more people, but for now we're just stuck with these four. Aha! You are a pox. You have messed. Oh my gosh, dude! Stop! He's just changing his dialogue every 2 seconds. I can't even read it because he's just he's spamming. You're not allowed to have that many battle cries. You gotta pick one and stick with it. No spamming of battle cries. You should get Guild Wars. It's a good playthrough. I don't know how much. I think there's a tiny community. There's still a pretty decently sized community, I think, that still plays it. But I don't know. I think it's worth a playthrough, even if just for the storyline. I think it's really good. And actually, the original trilogy is available on Steam. So unlike Guild Wars 2, so if you use Steam, you can get it on there. And I think the whole trilogy is $15, $30. I can't remember exactly. But it's a pretty good deal for the amount of content you get. Every expansion is pretty unique. You're playing right now? Nice. I'm playing right now too. It's pretty fun. As a boy, I spent much time in these lands. Look at them now. I'm going to do my best to read all the dialogue that actually is relevant and appears in the chat. I can't promise I'll get all of the dialogue that pops up over their head, because some NPCs do just tend to spam off a bunch of lines, and I might not be able to keep up with that, given how fast they apparently talk, but I will do my best to read all the stuff they say, since it's not voiced. Instead of ponds and streams, we have pools of bubbling tar and rivers of sludge. Yeah, Ascalon's a pretty messed up place now. Searing was not kind. It was pretty gross. It saddens me to see Ascalon in ruins. Me too, man. Me too. It was so pretty. Now it's just barren. Fire! Barrage! Barrage! So much barrage! Look at how far Rangers can shoot. It's just like Guild Wars 2. Ranger OP. Nerf Longbow. Longbow too good. Yeah, Guild Wars 1's class balance was pretty amazing. Like, there were occasionally, like, some really crazy builds that popped up, like Touch Ranger was a thing, Protection Monk spam was a pretty big issue at one point, but like overall, like the balance in Guild Wars 1 was definitely like one of the best. And I think that's because the split between PvE and PvE skill, or PvE and PvP skills, really helped this game. Like, it's really hard, in my opinion, to balance a game like they do in Guild Wars 2 with a singular. Like, they balance the game around what's good in PvP, but at the same time they also kind of balance it for PvE, but not really. So it kind of puts them in this awkward spot, whereas if they would just split it, like they did in Guild Wars 1, they could pretty much completely revamp all these skills and make them good in PvE without even hurting the PvP scene, which, I mean, if they can do that, I don't know why they don't. Because if it makes both sides of the game better, it's completely worth it, in my opinion. But what do I know? So we approach the first set of prisoners. And we have a boss. Blue is a monk boss. These men can head back to the wall by themselves. Yeah, don't even talk to them or anything, bro. Just open the door and be like, we must continue and release the other. Like, he doesn't even say like, you are free. He just goes, get out of here. Just opens the door, walks away. Doesn't even give it a second thought. What a great prince. He don't care. He's just like, we need to go help other people. You guys, good luck. You can go die. Oops. Well, we'll aggro two groups. I mean, they hit for like 2 and 6 damage. If I die, it's my own fault. Have another ranger boss over there. You can tell he's a ranger not only by the green, because green is unfortunately the color of ranger and necro bosses. But you can tell this guy's a ranger because he has the spirit. So, and that is a ranger skill. So, good to know. The necro green might be a bit lighter, darker. These men can go back to themselves. We've heard that before. There are still others we must free before our mission is complete. Follow me. I will follow you as soon as you start moving. I promise. And I guess we're following me, because he gave up. After like 2 steps, he's like, yeah, I give up. Festerfang. So this is Necro Green. I guess it's kinda different. The name gives it away more than than anything else. Fester is kind of a necro-y thing. Rick. Stay with me, bud. Come on. Oh look, more devourers.
Gods, how long have you been out here, man?
I don't know. Since my unit was taken at the end of the last Guild War, I think. Since the sky rained fire and destroyed Ascalon.
You've been here since the searing? That's over 2 years. Are there others?
Yes, the remnants of my unit. The Flaming Scepter mages.
Soldiers who have been slaves since the end of the war?
They're being held in the ruins of the old capital, Draskir.
Then we go to Draskir.
My lord, night is falling. If we don't head for the wall now, we may all be captured.
I understand the dangers, but Balthazar be damned if I allow those soldiers to remain slaves to the Char.
I can show you where they are being held.
Very good. We head north then, to Draskir.
Okay, so, bit of a new objective. We are now going to go more north, as everyone goes back to glitchy times. Yay, glitchy! I will definitely try and figure out what is causing that before I stream this again in a couple days. Cause that's pretty obnoxious. Okay, everyone calm down. Stop glitching. Stop it. I guess as long as I'm not glitching as much. The bridge is up, but it looks like it's going to be lowered from the other side. So what you're saying is, you're going to do nothing, and I'm going to go do stuff. Got it. I'll wait here with Errol. You must find another way across and lower the bridge for us. Wrong way. We are back on track. Bonus objective should be starting soon. %30 slow. Hey, buddy. No lava font for you. I think this chick is the bonus objective. Thank the gods you're here. I've watched this road for 10 years. Okay. Follow the flame keepers at a distance to gain entrance to the flame temple. Extinguish the flame temple once inside. So, we need to follow these guys, but we can't get too close or we fail. Beasts come by around this time with a fresh brazier of fire to take to their temple. I can see that. So this is like a reverse escort mission. We're following them, so it's as slow paced as an escort, but we're not escort. I really hope I don't like lag into them and fail the bonus objective because of it. That would be so sad. Because I just want to get the bonuses done on the first try, or else I'll have to go back and do them again. Oh boy. Nothing like following some chars, carrying a floating pot, fire. I actually do have a higher ping right now. Interesting. What's weird is that even though it's higher, the glitchiness is gone. Kind of. So that's their place, we need to follow them to. Here we need to be careful because if we aggro these guys too quickly, the other ones will aggro as well. So not to do that. Continue to follow very slowly and carefully. It's made it a little easier since there's the aggro bubble. So we're gonna wait for those guys to pass. And then we'll go forward. Just attack him, you fool. Ooh, big flame. So we are approaching bonus objective. I think technically that gate being opened was the only real objective. So let me just double check. Yeah, I'd say that was the because they're not moving anymore. I like how the fire thing is still like following them around. So now we're gonna go kill the Flame Keepers. So you'll notice this is a pretty similar setup to what they used to call as the Syrian. So it would make sense why we are wanting to fight them and kill them. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the gate was the main reason you need to follow them there. And bonus objective is done. Very nice. We have not missed a bonus objective yet. Not that they've been extremely difficult, but it's still good to not fail. So now that we've run completely the wrong way, we need to run all the way back onto the main mission and continue on with that. But one flame has been put out, so I suppose it was worth it. We've put out one of the great char flames that they use to worship their false gods. Well, they consider them gods up until later, but we'll explore that story a bit more when we get to it. That's quite a ways away. I believe that isn't really explored until Eye of the North, so that is quite a ways away. We have all of Prophecies, then all of Factions, then all of Nightfall, and then we can do Eye of the North. Connection, if you could see, let's see. Tyrian Protector, there's 25 missions in Tyria. There are 20 missions in Nightfall. Where the heck am I? I'm going the wrong way. Get turned around. And there's like 13 in Cantha or something like that. I don't think this guy's ever done any Cantha missions. So we have quite a few missions to go before we get to that point where that's actually relevant information. But it's worth it. Eye of the North is actually one of the better put together parts of the game. And depending on how smoothly everything goes, can also do the Guild Wars Beyond content, I think, which takes place after Eye of the North and before Guild Wars 2. It's actually like the first time they were kind of pushing the story forward, so they were prepared for the release of Guild Wars 2. So that's actually also content worth doing that I'll probably go back and do, assuming it's not too much of a hassle. The flame whatever char in the pre-searing. Yeah, I do actually remember that. Them being behind that wall in the pre-searing area. Like, I knew everything that was beyond there, I just didn't really do it personally. It was kind of weird. It's kind of how I played, honestly. Historical Monument of Surmia, founded Season of the Phoenix, 1020 AE. If only gladiators died, or hero's death would be his pride. Here in the shadow of the Great Northern Wall we build anew. The Second Guild War has ended, and Ascalon has been victorious. For the efforts of the men and women who gave their lives while defending our home, we dedicate this stone in the city of Surmia. We stand outside the wall in recognition of all they gave, and in faith that the victory they have brought will remain. May the strength in their blades and the courage in their hearts be remembered and upheld. As things attack me and ruin the moment. So I don't think that guy can actually be attacked at this point, but it's not a big deal. it after it's explained. That's actually a really good point. Like, until they actually fleshed out what the searing meant in, like, Eye of the North and stuff, it really was, like, it was pretty vague. Like, for the most part, all you knew was, like, the Char are evil, and they're going to, like, they're gonna destroy Ascalon. Like, you really didn't get their side of the story until much later. But I think that's the thing that ArenaNet does a lot. They kind of build these stories, and then they go back and fill in the blanks later. It's kind of what they're doing right now, actually, in the Living Story. They've set up all these things, and then they're gonna explain them all now. This is a fight we cannot win. We must avoid a confrontation with that group at all costs. Which... Come with me, I grew up in this city and I know a way around them. Yeah, I'm already like way ahead of you, bro. Way ahead of you, bro. Whoa, Bane's so big. So that's the group he doesn't want to fight. We could take them, but we'll stick to the story. We'll assume it's a bad idea to go fight them. Char skill. Barrage. Have a warrior boss up here? Poog the Slayer. What an intimidating name, Mr. Poog. You are dead, Mr. Poog. Our only chance is to run for the obelisks in the ruins of the Royal Academy. Bring those men. I have a plan. I don't think we have a choice. I think they're going to follow us. As a boy, I studied at this academy. It's been some time, but if you can hold off the Char, I can activate the old runes and open a gate that can save our skins. So he's using the skill Knock, which takes a very long time to cast, and has a 1200 second cooldown. So if he screws it up, it's a bad thing. But as long as we do our job and keep the Char off him, he's not going to have a screw. So this is kind of like a mini wave defense. You have these mages like controlling these obelisks. So they, as the mages state, if the enemies come near the obelisks, they get damaged. As long as the mage is still alive. Fun fact, the term tune for a character was originally used in Guild Wars because when typing, shortening to care for character was used with char. That actually makes a lot of sense. I had heard the term before Guild Wars, but that does make quite a lot of sense. And, I mean, it's even worse in Guild Wars 2. I mean, you have char cars, I guess. So you're just all sorts of confused. One little hunter over there. For Ascalon!
That was close.
Closer than I'd hoped. This portal will take us to the academy at Nolani. From there, we can make it to the wall and cross over to Rin. We should hurry. The magical wards will hold back the Char, but not for long.
Wait, my lord. Come look at what I have found.
Is that?
Yes, my prince. I believe it is the mouthpiece for the fabled horn, Stormcaller. With this weapon, we could destroy the Char once and for all. Ascalon could be saved.
I have heard the stories of the horn's magic, but let us not be too hasty. If this is what you say it is, then we must get it to Rin. We'll see for ourselves how much power this Stormcaller has. Come, we'll take this to my father, King Adalbert. Surely he will know if discovering this weapon is our salvation, or simply too late. Either way, staying here will surely be the death of us. Quickly, through the portal!